Unfortunately, with this one, I have to give not only a written trigger warning, but also a verbal one. As some of you know, I have written some poems that have mentioned rape in it. And that's kind of what this poem is about. But even more so, I think this poem is about like the corruption of someone who is not of legal age. So the corruption of a minor. I wrote this poem because this unfortunately was a personal experience of mine. I went through this as a teenager, someone who was still a minor. And I truly hope that nobody else can relate to this particular poem. I'm sorry for any of you that have, and I truly hope you know that it was not your fault. Not ever. And I hope that you're doing better now and that you have healed from it and moved on from it, or that you are healing from it. And I really wish you all the best. Just again, please remember it's not your fault and it never was. But with that being said, again, trigger warning for this. If this topic is something that you struggle with and you have trouble hearing about, then please don't listen. And please don't play this around kids. With that being said, this is called Corruption of a Teenage Girl. He touched me with calloused hands, years of being a military man. This fact alone led me to believe that he was good and in turn would be good to me. Then he told me that this was his. My repayment for the date was this. He truly thought I owed him my virginity because he took me to one dinner and one movie. As every inch of him touched every inch of me, he continuously repeated words that made me believe that this was the way it should be. He said words to make me feel like this was right and this was good, although deep down I knew it would never be like it should. He left as soon as the deed was done, and I think the enjoyment of the attention had kept me from being able to run. He called occasionally wanting more. I'd tell him to come over, and when he'd get there, I'd open the door. He got what he wanted a few more times, always feeding me those same old lines. Hoping for movies and cuddles, I was becoming an attention whore. But he always wanted so much more. I quit giving in to his demand, so everything came to a sudden end. My phone, it didn't ring. No emails did I receive. And my doorbell, it didn't ding. He had officially said goodbye to me without saying a word, but instead just by letting things be. I had given him the most sacred thing I had, and he turned it into something really bad. I had given him something that was supposed to be such an honor to receive. I had given him something that was supposed to be such an honor to give away. And because of that, he had just been keeping me at bay. I sometimes think back on that day. I remember everything that happened. And then the realization hits me hard. I don't even remember his name.